Yes, it does look like I'm trying to record. Indeed. I'm trying to at least. There we go. Alright, we're live. Greetings, humans. Greetings, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode. Bear here, 29-year veteran of the woods, and let's not forget, YouTube's #1 review show by a bear, even though they're trying to shadow ban me. Gosh dang you, YouTube. We'll get into that momentarily. But anyways, enough talk about Yo Soy. This bear, we actually need to talk about, we've got to talk about another bear here. Good to have everyone here with us here. I'm glad you're having a great weekend here. Alright, let's go ahead, get right on into it. Speaking of other bears, we actually have an update here from the great, let me fix this here. There we are. There we go. Gotta fix the microphone here. Alright, we've got something here from the great RT Bear out there. Yes, indeed. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. Actually, I've got a... Let me click off of it here and find... And there we go. The lovely Pamela there. Yes, indeed. Alright, so he says we're getting stuff done. Yes, indeed. Always enjoy when we get stuff done. Pamela and I, Art, recently drove down to Houston, pardon me here, to oversee the printing of, Volume 1 of Black and White with its new cover. We were giving the grand tour of the printing facilities, and it was amazing. Plus, it was actually in the United States and not like in China where you had to like fly over to whatever province and then, of course you're being locked down and, shoved into an apartment somewhere with just a minimum amount of food to keep you alive and everything. And then the other, 6 month delay from getting it from the port all the way back into the U.S. So it's great. It's great to see some of these stuff finally getting around to doing the printing here in the United States. So some good stuff. As we were walking around, the book, along with the cover, was being printed, and I actually got to proof both the cover and some of the interior pages. I felt like a big shot, getting to sign off on what was being done. Well, there you go. That's the whole point of being independent. You get to be a big shot all on your own. You can all rest assured that the printing looks fantastic and is in really good hands, especially Pamela's hands right there. Yes, indeed. All right, so let's see. Wait, I'm a little bit behind on the. That looks like the printing facilities there down there in Houston. Well, there you go. Some neat stuff there, and of course you've got the. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure what they're going with that, but there's Pamela right there, holding it up. So there you go. Hey, P Money, good to have you here. Happy day. I wonder what it would be. Would it be Easter Eve? Let's just call it Easter Eve. TM, by the way. Beer gets his 10%, gosh darn it. On Easter Eve. All right, continuing on, Art says, also we've had a chance to talk to them, I'm assuming the printer, and go over the details of the printing of the other books. The next one up is the High Octane Adventure with, that's Pedro Ang. The book which Pedro and I will be finalizing tomorrow. Once we get it lettered, it will be also heading off to the printer. Amy, let's see, it continues here. I know it's taken a while for the Kenshi figures, but Eric Huffles does not want to go into mass production until the figures are absolutely perfect. You gotta have them perfect. I know that a lot of you have been asking about these figures, and we're working. I'd completely forgotten about them, by the way. And we're working on them. Trust me, trust Art. Once all of these things are ready to go, I'll be shouting about this from the tallest mountain in Texas. I'm not sure what the tallest mountain in Texas would be, but probably more like a Gopher Hill, but that's all right. He'll need to shout twice as hard, but that's okay. As always, thank you for your support, and we're trying to have a great weekend. Art and Pamela, there's a lovely Pamela right there. So there you go, very cool, very neat little update there from Black and White. Very much looking forward to checking out. Book number 1 was great, so I think it is a two-parter. I correct Bear if he's wrong, but this should be kind of the conclusion of the black and white. Can you call it a saga if it's only been one book? The black and white story, as it were. Yes, indeed. So there you go. Good stuff there from Art. The other bear, the T-Bear out there. Yes, indeed. Very cool. I will call today happy 365 days before Good Friday. Wow, that's a long shopping horizon there. Wow. That would be the fun getting the tour of the printing of this. He should have taken a video. I don't know if he did. That would be. I seem to remember. Was it the Dirt Worm? I think it was Doug that did. I believe they had a printing facility. It was the Johnson's facility, right? Tennessee or right nearby or something like that. I remember he did a video of that and was kind of walking through the mainly for the book cover because I think it was. I don't think it was for Bigfoot Bill. I want to say it might have been for Earthworm Jim. Can't remember, but yeah, they were kind of showing some of that stuff off. So yeah, I kind of wish that he would have taken a video of all that stuff. But you know what? Probably had plenty going on there, doing all the proofing and everything. It's nice to be able to do that when you're in house there, rather than having to, kind of ship it off, wait for a couple days or maybe a week or so, and then, ship it back, wait another week or something like that. No, just go down there to the print shop and be a big shot, as it were. Very cool indeed. All right, let me get out of that. Get out of that. Go back. Actually, that was the only. I apologize, people. That was the only campaign update that Beer had quite a number last time, and then this time, I tell you what, not that many. Grab that. All right. So we've got plenty of. Let's just go ahead and start it out this way. One of the ways that Bear, he tries to go around and find different, all sorts of different stuff out there. It doesn't have to be topical news or anything like that, but just kind of the gist of what's going on out there. So one of the things that Bear's kind of probably since the past maybe year and a half or so, it's been getting a little bit harder to get more and more of that stuff independently, other than just kind of the sort of mainstream, whatever everybody else is talking about. You try and find some funnier or quirky news stories out. It's getting a little bit harder. So, kind of the one way that Bear can kind of demonstrate some of that is, bear with Beer here for just a second, is this is a little bit of a older news story, but it kind of fits in with what we're kind of talking about here. We won't go through the whole thing here, but I'm talking about some of you may have used it in the past. It's called DuckDuckGo. They are kind of like a Google or maybe a Bing, I suppose, is kind of the closest analogy to it. Kind of more of a privacy-based a search engine out there. They don't sell all your personal information and stuff like that. So the title of the article here, let's see, a BizPack review from it doesn't say. Oh, Teresa Monroe Hamilton. There we go. There we are. Anyways, they say DuckDuckNo, dump search engine after it vows to censor Russian disinformation. Oh my goodness, the Russian disinformation. I tell you what. Let me go grab a drink before we get into stuff. Sorry, Bear, says P Money. Family Easter turkey dinner is ready. If I don't see you, have a great holiday weekend. Well, I'm glad that you were able to make it through the horrendous blizzard out there, and you get to enjoy some we'll call it Easter Eve TM, Easter Eve turkey. So there you go. Very cool indeed. So enjoy P Money. If we're done with the show, you can always check it out later, or let me put it in the chat here, people. I say it all the time, but we actually do have another channel out there. It's called Bear. Actually, it's like the title here, barely, without the hyphen in there, barely, not nearly, barely live. So if you want to check that out, it's at Barely Live. On the YouTubes. Yes, indeed. All right, well, thank you, P Money. I hope you enjoy. Hope you enjoy the turkey and say hello to everybody and the P Money family from Bear. Yes, indeed. All right. Excuse me. All right, let's go on here. Let's see. It says where am I at here? There we go. The search engine DuckDuckGo, which has previously been attractive to conservatives, I would say just about a lot of people, not only for privacy, but because it stood for freedom of information, rather, compared to Google and its proxies. It's now committed, oh my goodness, that's the worst kind, I tell you what. That's committed a digital suicide by downranking so-called Russian disinformation sites, in effect censoring them. Oh my goodness, crying out loud. The site was founded in 2008 and boasts on its website, quote, tired of being tracked online, we can help. We don't store your personal info, we don't follow you around with ads, we don't track you, ever. Yes, indeed. It initially stood for unmanipulated and unbiased search results. Stood for, rather, which is evidently no longer the case, as the company follows in the censoring footsteps of Facebook and Twitter, as well as Google. Yes, indeed. CEO Gabriel Weinberg announced on Thursday that his company, this is about a month ago or so, that his company would change its algorithm. The dang algorithm. Tweeting, quote, like so many others, I'm sickened by Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the giant humanitarian crisis it continues to create. Hashtag, oh boy. I tell you what, from one, I mean, it went from Dr. Fauci to stand with you. Hashtag, stand with Ukraine. Hashtag, bring back our girls. At DuckDuckGo, we've been rolling out search updates that downrank, I'll tell you what, downrank sites associated with Russian disinformation. Well, who is it? Who is it that's figuring out whether or not it's information or disinformation? We'll never know. In addition to downranking sites associated with disinformation, we also often place news modules, rather, in information boxes at the top of DuckDuckGo's search results. By the way, if you just take off the JavaScript, if you just kind of get rid of the JavaScript, you don't have to worry about all that sort of stuff. DuckDuckGo, to highlight quality information for rapidly unfolding topics, like example, popular topics that people are trying to get information on. Yeah, he says that. Weinberg went out of his way to claim that privacy would still be tantamount at DuckDuckGo, blindly missing the point of anti-censorship. Quote, DuckDuckGo's mission is to make simple privacy protection accessible to all. Privacy is a human right and transcends politics, which is why about 100 million people around the world use the clunky interface of DuckDuckGo. We don't have an exact count since we don't track people. Oh, isn't that nice? He also tweeted, not seeming to fathom that the only way that the site can realistically be determined to be a, quote, Russian disinformation site is if you track it. Yes, indeed. Conservatives immediately took notice and were infuriated by the proclaimed censorship, which goes directly against the First Amendment, no matter what your views on Russia is, including beer. Many are dumping the search engine over it, which, by the way, please somebody tell me where we can go. We're running out of, I tell you what, the number of places that we need to be boycotting or totally ignoring or going around, it's getting, it'd be easier just to have a list of places that you can go, not places to avoid. Quote, DuckDuckGo shows why you can't back a non-ideological platform. It will always turn left wing. Yes, indeed. Let's see, another tweeter says, it would be good money. There would be some intense behind-the-scenes pressure that led to this decision, which strongly harms DuckDuckGo's competitive advantage. Ukrainian-American Michelle Malice wrote. Yes, indeed. So, anyways, we just kind of wanted to point that out. I know this is an article, what was this, back in, I'm sorry, I think this is back last month or something like that, but trying to set the table as far as the amount of information that beer is able to kind of get and bring to you people, it's really kind of getting kind of very constricted. So all you have left are a number of sites that basically everybody else is also kind of talking about. So if you want to try and go out and find either they call it disinformation, just a different source. Bear would say, uh, even if it's all, let's just say it's something on the Ukraine crisis or something like that. Let's just say you wanted to look at maybe what the Russian version of what was happening with the warship that sunk just the other day. Maybe you want to see what they're saying. Maybe you don't agree with it or anything like that, but just trying to get the flavor of where they're coming from. Well, good old DuckDuckGo won't let you see that because, for whatever reason, they just are jumping on the traditional hashtag movement, as it were. So there we go. Very nice. Very cool. Not very cool at all, I tell you what. Anyways, that kind of brings us because we were actually talking just the other day. I tell you what, one of the things that you watch this show for isn't to see what's going on, it's what's going to go on. So we were talking just the other day about the whole Warner Brothers Discovery merger there. We went through the list of all the assets that Warner Brothers Discovery now, in their kind of combined company, now owns or has assets to. It was quite a list. I mean, we went down, gosh, what was that? Maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes of just, this DC, or this Warner Brothers property, this Discovery property, blah, 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 before we actually finally got to DC. So, kind of one of the things that Bear kind of recommended was, hey, just spin it off into its own little company and keep a controlling stake, but just spin it off. Let them do what they know best how to do, and basically kick everybody out of the way, and have some of the fans out there have a little bit more closer contact with some of the creators and some of the producers out there that, make some of the movies or comic books out there. Hey, we don't like whatever. Bear used Superman as gay as an example. We don't like that. We need to change it back. Well, bringing that a little bit closer to the fans would probably be really good. Warner Brothers Discovery kind of doing the second best thing. They're basically going to overhaul DC Entertainment. So, literally, we just talked about that, and here it goes. So, a very stern-looking, what's his name? The Twinkle Boy from what's it called? Twilight. What was his name? Patterson or something like that. I tell you what, why would they do that as a Batman? Anyways. This comes to us from Variety, which is kind of a if Deadline is sort of the industry leading publication as far as Hollywood goes, Variety is kind of their kind of just trashy sort of how would you describe it? Supermarket tabloid checkout line news site. So kind of comparing. They're still talking about what's going on in the industry, just kind of from a couple different perspectives here. So that's let's see, Variety and Brent Lang. Brent Lang. We all know Brent Lang. Yes, indeed. The new owners of all things Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman are exploring an overhaul of DC Entertainment. Multiple sources close to the situation told Variety. Probably a number of people from the Discovery side that were trying to push out some other people. I would imagine there. It's been less than a week since Discovery closed its $43 billion deal for Warner Media. Holy cow. Joining one of the largest producers of reality programming with one of the most venerable entertainment brands under the new moniker of Warner Brothers Discovery. Say that 3 times fast. David Zalev, the CEO of combined companies, and top leadership have been toying with the idea of turning DC into its own solidified content vertical. Isn't that what Bear literally just said the other day? I tell you what, people. You don't watch this show to see what's going on. You watch the show to see what's going to go on. The move would potentially affect DC's feature film development in the Warner Brothers Picture Group, streaming services at Warner Brothers Television, and the creative arm within DC proper. All in have an effort to have the disparate elements more closely aligned in order to maximize the value of the superhero stable. I would hate to clean out the superhero stable. That'd be quite messy. Often seen as punching up against Marvel. That would be over at Disney. Before the merger closed, the CEO vetted candidates with experience in creating, nurturing a blockbuster intellectual property, with the goal of potentially finding someone to serve as a creative and strategic czar. Oh my goodness! Send him to Russia. Send him to the gulag. Similar to what Marvel has in Kevin. Is it Feige? Feige? I don't know how you pronounce his name. Whatever. One of those candidates included Emma Watts, a former top film executive at 20th Century Studios and Paramount, but it does not appear that Watts will take the job. One insider suggested that the CEO was less interested in finding a creative guru. Wow, why would you need one of those? And more eager to hire someone who has the type of business background needed to keep all the different fractions at DC working more harmoniously. Yes, indeed. Insiders say that the CEO believes that the success of the merger, one that has left the company highly leveraged, will rest in no small part on unlocking the full potential of the DC Comics universe of characters. So they're just going through the IP stable and picking out a winning horse, as it were. Discovery insiders believe that although DC has achieved cinematic success, quotation marks on that one, with recent films such as the Aquaman, was that I suppose, I mean, it made some money, but I don't know if it was that great or anything like that. I mean, I guess after Batman versus Superman, they needed something. Oh my goodness! And the Batman. Oh yes, indeed. It lacks a coherent, a creative, and brand strategy. No way. And by the way, no fan of what's his name? Zack Snyder. No fan of his. But they actually put him in charge of all that stuff, and then they dumped him as soon as he had one bad movie. No love in Hollywood. Discovery believes that Discovery believes that several top-shelf characters, such as Superman, have been left to languish, oh my goodness, and need to be revitalized, especially with that awesome mustache. They also believe that projects like the Joker from Todd Phillips are shining examples of how second-build characters, they're not second-build, Joker's like right up there, from the DC library can and should be, let's say it with me, people, exploited. And speaking of exploiting, is it Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn is another example. I think people are burned out of Harley Quinn. Honestly, not necessarily Margot Robbie, but Harley Quinn. I think that's been played out. DC has started to figure out ways for its big screen films to inspire more streaming content. Oh my goodness, why people? Why? Recent examples include the HBO show Peacemaker, with, what was his name? Noted CCP apologist John Cena. Cry some more, John. Cry some more. Which was a spinoff of the Suicide Squad, as well as a upcoming planned series on the Colin Farrell's The Penguin and Gotham City's police force. Didn't they already have that? Wasn't that, what was the CW show that they had? What was it, like a young Batman or something like that? God, what was the name of that show? I think that involved, like, the Gotham's police force. They're just reusing stuff. They should just, like, I don't know, people. Anyways. But the company believes that DC must do more. You gotta do more. To grow its approach to comic book fare, including bolstering. Why not bolster comic book fare instead of gaming, for crying out loud? You know, if you're gonna mine IP, at least have some decent IP to mine there instead of just using the same thing over and over again, or just doing it in gaming or something like that. I tell you what. Under Walter Honda, which took over DC films from John Berg and Jeff Johns in 2018, the unit has achieved more consistency in terms of both the critical and commercial reception to the company's movies. Kinda, sorta, I guess. When you're the only one out there, I mean, other than Marvel, I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know what, superhero movies are kind of hot, so yeah, when you're the Pepsi to the other brand's Coke, yeah, you're gonna do okay. He is under contract until the end of 2023 and could play an important role in whatever the CEO has planned. Or he could just be fired off very quickly. This CEO has pledged to find $3 billion in synergies. Good luck with that. In the newly merged company, a signal of how important cost cutting will be. By the way, let's just underline that one. Cost cutting will be to Warner's new owners. Yes, indeed. So they're gonna try and do. I don't know. Anyways, let's go on. Mining. That's a great way to put it. Mining DC's library of characters could help control spending, as Warner Brothers Discovery owns the underlying intellectual property insiders say. Well, you don't need insiders; they do own it. Upcoming DC film projects include a sequel to Zachary Levi's Shazam. Shaquille O'Neal was great in that movie. A sequel to Jason Momoa's Aquaman. Why? In the long-awaited franchise started Black Adam with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and a third installment of Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. Well, after the second installment, I don't know. Hopefully it would be a rated R Wonder Woman. Yes, if you know what I'm saying. So, anyways, yeah, they're basically let Bear help out with the cost cutting here. Instead of making $100 movie out of whatever Aquaman, Shazam, Black Adam, or Wonder Woman, instead of making one $100 million movie, why not take, I don't know, 10 different characters out of the mining of DC's library here, and just go ahead and give some up and coming, or maybe just some creators out there, directors out there that may have been kind of marginalized in the past. Give them, let's just say, $10 million apiece. Make 10 movies. You got a great slate over a year and a half, or something like that. 5 or 6 of them might flop, but 4 or 5 of them might do great. And there you have, and then you can spend $20 million on the sequel, and then $50 million or $100 million on the third one there. And that would really kind of help build it up, rather than trying to copy Marvel. They had a story the other day. I think they were talking with, was it one of the Russo brothers? I don't have it right in front of me, people. I apologize. Basically, they were saying there was no real plan as far as Marvel went, as far as 3, 4, 5 movies out. They try to figure out, okay, is this movie going to do good? If it does good, take elements from that movie and bring it forward to the next movie. But there was never any sort of set plan that they had designed out, written all out. Okay, and in 3 movies out, we're going to introduce this character, and they're going to be tied in with this movie here. And there was never any plan. They just kind of winged it as they went along, and it went out real well. So DC, or I should say Warner Brothers Discovery, they're trying to copy the Marvel way of doing things, but they're copying it in a way that they think that they have this giant laid out plan when they never did. So, for example, like the Justice League movie, they could have done, The Flash is its own movie, or Wonder Woman is its own movie, or freaking Aquaman before they did the Justice. So they build up the characters and then have them all together at the same time. You don't need $100 million, $300 million film just to make Aquaman. You don't need $300 million to make Wonder Woman. It doesn't take that much. Cut it by a third and you'd be completely fine. Cut it by even more than that and you'd probably do okay. Just as long as you have a great, not only premise, but great creative team behind it, and also the upper management that will help shepherd it along, and not take too many second guesses. And that's basically what happened with both. I think Batman and Superman, and also the Justice League. They just kept going, especially for Justice League. They replaced the director, but basically kept nickel and diming, trying to change everything and make it synergistic and all this stuff, and it just didn't work out. They threw too many things in there at the same time, and it just did not work out. So there we go, from Variety, and Brett Lang over there. Yes, Steve. Alright, well, we kind of stay in the movie realm. You know what, people, I know you come here. We know you come here for the campaign updates, sometimes the news as well. We get to talk about this or that, but we know what you really come here for. That is, of course, talking about cryptocurrency. Yes, indeed. So we've got actually bear kids. We have actually got this story from let's see, the Washington Examiner by Jenny Goldsberry, rather. AMC to accept Dogecoin as currency. Yes, indeed. And the AMC app will now allow users to make purchases with Dogecoin, Shiba Inu coin, and other cryptocurrencies. AMC CEO, I'm shocked that they're still in business. I thought they were going out of business long ago. Adam Aaron, there we go, made the announcement in a tweet on Friday, thanking BitPay for powering the app that will allow users to purchase tickets using various cryptocurrencies. Oh joy, oh joy. BitPay, the method of payment similar to Apple Pay or PayPal, requires users to connect their digital currencies to a platform. Does this not completely... It's supposed to be decentralized, so why would you do this? This kind of goes... This is like, okay, we're using it for completely the opposite reason for why it was created. So, Dogecoin was created out of a joke, but still. Let's see. From there, users can select several cryptocurrencies, including wrapped Bitcoin, Litecoin, and 5 other dollar-pegged quote-unquote stable coins as their preferred payment method. Let's see, and there's the tweet right there. An evening ticket? Oh, because we all want to go see Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore. Not really, there's no more Johnny Depp in there, so, with a large popcorn and drink cost the low price of 263.42 Dogecoin. Or 1 million... That's gotta be a really large popcorn. 1,440,809 and change Shiba Inu coins as of Saturday. PayPal connected with Bitcoin and Ethereum last October, so AMC was already allowing purchases on its app from those two larger coins via the online payment system. You know what? I wonder if, like, you had a really high, sometimes Bitcoin and all the other ones kind of go up and down, so I wonder if you had it, like, at a really high mark, and then you kind of sold it to go watch, Fantastic Beats or whatever, and then, it, like, completely crashes, so did they take the popcorn away from you? You're like, oh my god, quick, get that guy in seat F and row J or whatever, we need to grab his popcorn, the Shiba Inu coin went down or something like that, so, I wonder how they'll do that. Your dollar doesn't, depreciate that quickly. At least it takes a movie to depreciate that quickly. Automaker Tesla also accepted Dogecoin last spring, but stopped after only 2 months. At the time, a CEO and defender of free speech, Elon Musk, a vocal supporter of Dogecoin, said he would reinstate cryptocurrency transactions as soon as mining transactions move to more sustainable energy. Yes, indeed. Dogecoin was created as a joke in 2013, intended to mock the instability that accompanied the early days of the crypto market. That's why I was wondering if they're going to take away your popcorn. And the digital coin features the face of a Shiba Inu dog accompanied by the word Doge, a reference to the Doge meme. Yes, indeed. So there you go. If you want to get rid of your Dogecoin and you want to check out the newest movies out there at AMC. I don't know if you have to wear a mask or a hazmat suit or anything like that to go to the movies nowadays, but there you go. You can take your Dogecoin for the low price of 263 and change Dogecoin. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Doge to the moon. To the moon. Yes, indeed. All right, so let's go ahead, round it out here. Let's round it out here with our good friends at YouTube. This comes from Bounding Into Comics, and pardon me here. I don't see the author here, so pardon me here. YouTuber, we all know IStandWithSpeed, don't we all? Banned from all Riot games following sexist outburst in Valorant. Holy cow. I'm assuming Valorant is a game and not, well, anyways. After sexist comments made by the streamer while playing Valorant came to light, YouTuber IStandWithSpeed has been banned from playing any and all Riot games. Holy cow, can you actually do that? Can you actually do that? He actually does look quite angry in that picture. Yes, he does. Alright, so anyways, let's see. Darren IShowSpeed Watkins Jr. Gained fame for his on-stream actions on April 6th. So about a week ago, when a clip of the streamer began to make the rounds on social media, courtesy of Full Squad Gaming co-owner Jake Lucky. Full Squad Game. Pardon me, people. Pardon me, people. 1 second. Let's see. Let's look this up. Rapidly growing digital media brand that directly targets the common gamer. The masses out there. We believe life's better multiplayer. Oh boy. And its goal is to connect gamers everywhere through the creation and curation, oh boy, of virtual content specifically made to tag the squad in FSG. Oh, tag the squad in, pardon me. FSG is a departure from competitive sports and targets the huge audience of what they describe as social gamers. A bunch of blue-haired weirdos. Alright. I now understand why Valorant queues are so unbelievably toxic, Lucky commented. You got one of the most popular streamers on YouTube, IShowSpeed, saying crap like this and getting nothing but praise and laugh. Crap is whack. Actually, I think crack is whack. Crap is crap. I don't, whatever. As seen in the clip, in response to Speed's frustration over being killed by a player hiding around the corner, a fellow player asserted, "Man, you gotta hit your shots." Yeah, you do. Unless it's a bear. Don't do that. In return, the 19-year-old streamer exclaimed, "Man, shut your stupid arse up. What you talking about, bro? Shut yo nerd ass arse up, bro." Okay. I know to play this game. Shut up, monkey. Okay. Speed continued to rant over his teammates. Shut your B.A. up, alright? Alright. Alright. I think he's saying alright there. Yes, indeed. Another player asked him to calm down. That's reasonable. Speed only grows further agitated before yelling, "Diam? Dia!" Is he yelling this or typing this? How do you... Damn! Shut up, bro. I know how to play this game. I'm not a noob. Aight. In response to at least 2 female teammates resorting to he obviously doesn't, Speed let loose a tirade of rage, hollering, What? What? B is a bee talking to me, not a little honeybee, as it were, is a female talking to me, while wildly twisting his head from side to side, and I'm sure snapping and saying, "And that's a bag of chips." Oh, all that in a bag of chips, rather. Drowning out complaints from other players, Speed continues, Nah. Am I tripping? Am I tripping, or am I indistinguishable? Is a female talking to me right now? Is a blanking female talking to me right now? Speed further lost his composure when one of his teammates, playing the female hero Neon, don't we all know Neon, shot him, prompting him to roar, "Get the effing game and do your husband's dishes. B, shut up, F you." I mean, that's not great or anything like that, but, I mean, that's kind of par for the course when you're... By the way, these all kind of run together for Bear, I tell you that. It kind of looks like Fortnite or, what's the other one? Overwatch. Gosh, I mean, Bear, many moons ago was Call of Duty and that sort of deal. They all kind of run together. They all kind of look the same to Bear. It's just another shooter. So, some people get kind of angry and stuff like that when they think that they're being cheated or something like that, or, it's just not going right for them or something like that. "F is wrong with you," he fumed, continuing. "Talk to me like that. F is wrong with you, y'all dog. I'm not sure one of these lame-ass Valorant nerds, F is wrong with y'all, Val effing sucks." Well, we could say sucks here, I think. Getting killed by another player, Speed further ranted, effing nerds on my effing team, like B, who the F are you talking to, B? F is wrong with you, he said. Go do your own indistinguishable. F out of here. Y'all pure, y'all A. Alright, it's hard to be able to edit some of this stuff. Lucky sharing of the clip would eventually prompt a response from YouTube's head of global gaming creators, Lester Chan. Hey Lester, how you doing, pal? Who simply asserted, on it. So, Bear Witten Go doing stuff like that. Is it in bad taste? Yes. Should he be saying stuff like this online, especially when you've got people chatting and stuff like that, doing super chats and no, I mean, maybe it's your brand, maybe it's not on brand or something like that, I don't know. I wouldn't be dropping the N-bomb or anything like that, although plenty of people out there continue to do that sort of stuff. Is it something where somebody can bring him aside and say, hey, hey, you're 19 years old, maybe not, maybe think a little bit more before you start spouting stuff off there. It would be a better idea, or maybe kind of come back the next day, apologize about that. It sounds like he's talking to teammates as well, so, just make sure that your teammates are okay with that, or maybe not okay with it, but, apologize to them and hope that they're okay with that. So, no, they went and completely, this poor guy, they completely banned him from the game that he was playing. So, however, as of writing, it's unclear what Chan meant by that. I think we know what he meant by that, nor what actions, if any, he subsequently took. I'm sure it went along the lines of, I'm on it, let's get together with the other heads of whatever gaming company this is to completely ban this, completely cancel it. By the way, you're canceling a black person, by the way. Let's just be totally clear on that. Yes, indeed. And later that same day, Speed would find himself offering a direct apology for his outburst to Lucky. Why are you doing it to Lucky? Screw him. And Chan, screw him too. And the Valorant, Valorant players in general, yeah, go right ahead and do that. These other two, screw them. What's good, everybody? Well, I don't know if that's a way to start out your stream, but okay, there you go. It's the clip that I've seen that's going crazy right now between an altercation with a girl when I was playing a Valorant, whatever. I want to say a few things from that situation. Yeah, why you apologize to those people, I don't know why. That day, I wasn't having a good day, he claimed. There's been a lot of racist, take this speech. No nation is a lot of people, talking rather about my dead aunt. That isn't great right now. Yeah, don't roast the guy about his dead aunt, people. But look, I don't want to make that excuse. Well, you just did, but that's all right. I'm wrong. I'm not trying to justify Speed relented. I'm just saying that day, I don't bash with people for no reason. That's where I'm coming from with that statement. First off, you never apologize. That's first. Secondly, if you do apologize to the people that you hurt, not to some jagoff at YouTube there. Let's see. He continued, I'm completely wrong. I was completely wrong in that situation right there. I can't say anything to justify that situation right there before clarifying, but that clip is from months ago, and I changed from that, and I grew. So there you go. I'm young. You know what I do know what you're saying, Speed. Bear knows what you're saying. I'm very young, actually. Every situation I grow. Well, you can still go to war, so you're not that young. I grow and I change, and I gotta become, yes, you do, a better person. That is me no more. I grew from that situation, and that comes from the bottom of my heart. So there you go. I would assume that would be a well-reasoned apology. Just don't. Who cares about the lucky guy or the YouTube person? Teammates, look, I was saying some stupid stuff the other day, got wound up in the head, I apologize. Take your lumps. Take your lumps out on me. You could do kind of a stream where, some of the teammates just, kind of do like a pylon or something like that. I don't know if you can do that in the game. I don't know anything about it, but do kind of like a pylon or something like that, where it's like 1 versus 10 or something like that. He keeps getting shot in the face. I think that would have been fun. A decent way to kind of diffuse the situation. The streamer concluded, "That's not me. Hopefully I can see the genuine me. Or you, whatever. I apologize from that girl. I apologize if that girl was talking me up or anything. I would love to hear her out." That's not, well, she's a little bit busy cleaning dishes right now. That's not me. The clip was from months ago. I'm sorry, man. Peace out. You probably don't want to say I'm sorry to the girl while you're pointing a gun. Virtual gun right at her virtual face there. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So anyways, we continue. Taking note of Lucky's share of the initial clip, Valorant producer Sarah Dada Fisher, whatever. This is a huge yikes, and we do not, capitalize, do not want players like this in our community at all. Well, guess what? Guess what? Sarah Data Fisher, whatever the hell your name is. Bear will not be going into your community at all. At all. I'm not even saying that stuff. I censored all that stuff out. I'm still not going into your stupid community. Before immediately declaring, I went ahead. You went ahead? Wait a minute. You went ahead. Didn't I bet you there was some behind the scenes stuff there. And perma banned this player from Valorant as well as all other Riot games. Thanks for raising this, she added. Please keep raising stuff like this. Please keep snitching on your fellow gamers so that we can make Val safer. By the way, your safer game involves shooting other people in the face virtually. That's your safe game. Just saying. However, soon after Dead Fisher's whatever declaration, other players surfaced another clip of Speed from a separate stream wherein he can be heard getting racially abused by teammates. Well, why are you still on the same team, for crying out loud? Unless it's that sort of banter, basically between friends and that sort of deal. If that's the case, that's fine, but you don't want to, project that out on the world when it's just kind of in between friends and stuff like that. As seen in the second clip, after demanding someone tell him how to heal in the game, 2 of his teammates quit back. Only the white characters can heal. It's stupid, but that's typical gaming right there. I tell you what. Unsurprisingly, prompting another blowout from Speed. In turn, Data Fisher confirmed, for crying out loud. We're looking for these players to ban as well. Give us some time to find them. Snitches. Help me out, snitches. Help me out and find those players. We need to snitch on them and get them banned. Sarah Data Fisher. NPC Sarah, by the way. Probably a great NPC. Later, when asked by another player if she would unban Speed, particularly in the wake of his apology, by the way, Data Fisher simply replied, no. The next day, Lucky offered his last words on the topic, taking to Twitter to explain. The clip is from 6 weeks ago. I was sent many of him that were worse, and I didn't post this originally because I was scared of how toxic the backlash would be. All for crying out loud. Here we are. I called out. You snitched on somebody. I'm not trying to cancel him, but you did. Nor do I think he should be canceled. So you're gonna come out and say he shouldn't be canceled, right? You're gonna go to bat for old Speed out there, aren't you? He's young, but with a large audience comes responsibility. Maybe, I guess, not really. Suppose. People are sharing a clip from different stream of a different group of people being racist towards Speed, which is awful, and I don't condone. They should all be banned. No, they should not all be banned, people. What's wrong with you? It doesn't allow him to say whatever he wants to a different group of people. This has nothing to do with race, and anyone who somehow thinks I'm a racist for this, I'm not sure there's any convincing of you otherwise. Sad to see that's what it came to. No, I'm not complaining that you're racist. I'm complaining that you're a snitch. Speed has apologized. Hope he continues to learn and grow, and he clearly has a promising future. No, he doesn't, because you snitched on him and had him canceled. To the 1,500 plus people who DM'd me threatening my life, really, 1,500 people DM'd you to threaten your life. Really? Or calling me a racist, wishing you the best. Yeah, well, that's nice for Easter. Subsequently alleging that the number of Speed fans, of which there are at least 7.14 million, according to his YouTube subscriber count, took to harassment to bring him back. Again, don't harass people to bring him back. Just bring him back, you dummies. Dead Fisher, whatever her name is, tweeted the follow-up. Over the past week, y'all, are you in the South? Are you would you quit with the y'alls? Please? Is that a Twitter thing? Just stop. Just stop. Have been real nasty? Oh, I'm sorry. With your remarks regarding my gender? I don't know what your gender is. Sexual? I don't care. Looks? You're in a tiny picture. I can barely tell. And anything else you can get your hands on to retaliate me standing up against sexist, racist behaviors. Oh, aren't you the best? I'm going to continue to stand up to it, though. How about you figure out how to spell correctly? Y'all do y'all. Again, spell correctly, please. Having just joined YouTube in December 17, Speed has a video. He had a big rise with Google Trends showing his username gaining in search frequency around mid-2021. His popularity seems to stem from his hair trigger temper. Oh my goodness! so you took his popularity with a hair trigger temper, and then you had him banned. Congratulations. Congratulations, people. Speed has previously been banned on Twitch in December 2021 over comments he made on streamer Aiden's Ross e-dating stream. During the stream, Speed asked the woman he had been partnered with if we were the last two people on Earth, and we had to reproduce to make the world continue. Would you reproduce with me? To which she replied, no, because that would mean our kids would have to intertwine. See, that's... for crying out loud. That is sexual coercion or intimidation. Poor Speedy. I stand with Speedy. That's how I do it. What do you think? Is Speed a victim of the spotlight? Or is this an attempt to monetize his own foul temper? Let us know on social media or in the comment section. Well, I'm gonna tell you right here. Bear thinks that it's a complete cancel. We had what was it? Gamergate actually came out before Comicsgate. You had Gamergate out there. This just kind of reminds Bear of the same situation. They were just getting black people, by the way, banned off of YouTube there. So let's find out. Let's see. Sarah. Oh yeah, you look very Caucasian-esque there, NPC Sarah. Yes, indeed. And let's also see. Let's see. What was his name? Oh, the idiot at YouTube. What was his name? He's like, Grrrr! Chan. Ah, there you go. Being held down by the Asians. I tell you what. I'll say it right now. That's racist, yo. That's racist. Uh-huh. You go right there. I stand with Speed. I stand with Speedy. I show speed. Yes, indeed. So there you go. There you go. Kind of a collection of different stuff here. You know, like he said, it's been getting a little bit harder, especially with the DuckDuckGo stuff and all that sort of stuff. It's been getting harder to be able to do some of the shows, especially when your content availability just keeps shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. So we'll continue to do it, but you know, we always try to do kind of some of the funny or intriguing news stories here, not necessarily all the, you know, the sort of day-to-day stuff. I mean, there's plenty of other shows out there that can do it. Bear's not a news show, by the way. Bear's a bear show, for crying out loud. #1 YouTube show by a bear, by the way. Anyways, when he's not shadow banned. Probably gonna be shadow banned now with, what's his name, old Chen there. Yes, indeed, but that's alright. I stand with Speedy out there. anyways, people, we kind of went through that and also talked a little bit about the black and white book coming out. It looks like everybody was kind of concerned because he had the shipping date. I think it was like summer of 2023. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get black and white before. You know what? Bear's gonna make her prediction. I think we're going to get black and white number 2 before the end of 2022. Yes, indeed. I think we'll get it. I think we'll get it this year. So, looking very much forward to that. Yes, indeed. Well, anyways, good to have P-Money here. Good to have all of our regulars and also the lurkers, even the Russian bots out there. We hope all of you have a great, whether it be Easter or many of the other religious holidays out there. You know, Bear just praised the one true bear god out there. But you know what? He'll make a pass for Easter just this one time. Yes, he will. Alright, well, hope everyone out there has a great weekend and a great start to their week here. We'll come right back here. We usually do this Wednesdays and Saturdays about 8 o'clock or so, so hopefully we'll see you on Wednesday. But you know what? All this talk has made Bear hungry, so he's going to head back into the woods. So until next time, people, grrrr.